Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
So here it is, some of the UrbanMech informational video kind of thing. Not really a tutorial, just more of a fun things about the UrbanMech. Love the way they did the cockpit. Plenty of duct tape and repair tickets issued. If you check the forum, the 3 canisters there, I believe, are water, caffeine, and nitrous. The speedometer says slow and less slow. The plastic sheeting really sets off the cockpit. Really makes you feel you're in a solid, good workhorse of a mech. But what can this thing do? Let's find out.
Online.
I have 2
Sensors
basic builds that I'm
online.
going to illustrate in
Weapons
this video.
online.
The first actually has a
Systems
large pulse
nominal.
laser, 2 medium lasers, and 3 machine guns. I found it to be quite effective in close-in fighting. The extreme of less slow it can do is, if you put the biggest engine in it, it will crank the speed up to 97 kph, and with speed tweak, I forget if it's 105 or 106, but right around there. Not bad. There are some drawbacks. I mean, you are in a 30-ton mech, so you don't have a lot of armor, you don't have a lot of internal structure to take hits on, and you don't have a lot to weight to play with. So it ultimately boils down to how far you want to go as far as endosteel, ferrofibrous armor, XL engine. We're just looking at some highlights of the first one. I found they work well in situations, as with most light mechs, you are in a close support role and not the main attention. Either wait for them to gauge the heavier mechs and you swing around and flank, tearing them up, or you are initial diversion while everyone else starts to crack the line, get them to chase and focus on you so the big mechs can get in and gang up on them. Those are the roles you work best in. So I'll stop my babble and let you just watch these clips.
New target acquired. New target acquired. Critical damage. Destroyed. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Lastly, this build is 2 ER large lasers. Starts off working off pretty well. Again, more of a long-range support mech. You're not really fast enough to be a true sniper to get in and out quickly, but it's very good overall. This is probably one of my favorite builds with it. Sit there and tag a little at long range. The weapons on the arms have their advantages and disadvantages. They're out on the edge so you can get just that part of the mech out there to get some shots off. Disadvantages, it's very easy for people to blow off your arms. And that's what a lot of people do to try to disarm the mech. Literally and figuratively. Coming up here, you're going to see some very poor use of a spider. I don't know if this is the first time he's run this mech, or just what's going on, but he clearly did not really understand the concept of hit and run. He just kind of moves back and forth there and lets me just pump shots into him. Other players join in, and just keeps doing this pacing maneuver. Don't do this with light mechs. Really, don't do this with light mechs. The UrbanMech, with the 365 rotation of the torso, you can just sit there, plant yourself, become a turret, and just pivot and fire. If you want to do that, you do not want to be in the open, be in a position where you're at least limited on how many units can engage you at once, because obviously 12 on 1, you will die quick. But in this type of situation, the spider just was going to get peppered. Finally decides to disengage. I give chase, and the hit and run maneuver of this mech that I think this build and the mech overall design works so well in begins.
New target acquired. Target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Heat level critical. Critical damage. Right arm destroyed. Right torso destroyed. Left torso critical damage. Heat sink destroyed. Left arm critical damage. Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target acquired.